Hello, PitchGrounders. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you're watching this live event or recording, thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, are you interested in staying up to date with the latest product updates and to know more about the product or, to have the use cases to understand how you can use any platform that we launch on PitchGround? So, and have the live Q&As with the founder as well or with their team. Then do not miss out on this live streaming events which are happening every week. Guys, without further ado, let me welcome our today's live show guest, Sahil, Director of Business Development from Qualetics. So, guys, if you don't know what Qualetics is an AI platform which gives you better intelligence about your customers so that you can help them, having a good customer success with the help of Qualetics AI and its machine learning capabilities. So, Sahil, we would love to hear about your company team and your quality journey and your professional journey before we dive into it. That would be fantastic.
Thank you, Swapnil. Thank you for welcoming me. Such a warm welcome. Thanks a lot, and would love to talk about Qualitics. That's the product that we have. That is the solution that we have, and the value proposition that we have. We would call it the data intelligence platform for software applications. Now, there is a reason why we call that. So, we are not just a plain vanilla analytics firm. What we do is more than that. So, we enable organizations to know more about their software, their product, and their users at the same time. And all this we are able to do with the help of AI and ML methodologies, and we enable that your web, mobile, or software app become intelligent enough to give you the insights which you can action, take decisions based on those actionable insights, and grow your business, retain your customers, and develop your product. And as far as my journey is concerned, it's been a pretty great time with Qualetics. So very soon I'll be completing 1 full year with Qualetics, and time has just flown. Uh, to be very honest, and it's been a wonderful journey. There's lots to learn. We've been going ahead with our product development on our own. So we have developed our product from the time when we had the analytics offerings, and today we have. So we've come up with this churn predictor algorithm, which actually would enable you to look at which of your customers is going to be churning, so that you can proactively take actions and respond to such situations. Very soon we are going to be coming up with an anomaly detection algorithm, which will enable you to understand your user journey in detail. And of course, what we offer is white labeling for our customers. So these are certain points which I want to talk about Qualitics. Yep.
Awesome, awesome. And let me congratulate you in advance because you're going to complete 1 year with Qualitics, right? And
Thank you,
I
Swapnil.
think it's time to know more about what Qualitics is, what Qualitics does. And we want to hear more about the Qualitics AI capabilities and the machine learning capabilities, how it will help businesses or the softwares to know the insightful information, which is, other platforms or other analytics platforms are not showing you, because with the help of other platforms you're just scratching the surface, right? But with the Qualitics you actually know what's happening in the back end. You always are, you always up on that. For example, if any glitches is happening, if any bugs are happening, right, in that cases you would be upfront enough to identify those bugs. You're upfront enough to to know what's the problem is, what's the root cause is, and you can go ahead and fix that problem within whatever is the timeline, right? So that's the Qualitics. And over to you, Sahil. Could you please share your screen and start walking us through on the platform capabilities and the whatever features that you're offering to us?
Sure, Swapnil, I would love to do that. I'll quickly share my screen and take you through a brief on what Qualitics does. And just let me know when you will be able to see my screen. So is my
Yeah,
screen
it's
visible?
yeah, it's visible.
Right. So yeah,
You
so
it's visible, but you're on the different tab.
Okay. Yeah. Is the deck visible now?
Yeah, it's visible now.
Awesome. Right. So, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be switched on to this webinar today. And I really want to thank PitchGround. I really want to thank Swapnil for your warm welcome. And I would like to start off by, telling that Qualetics is the data intelligence platform for software applications. And why I say that is that we base our analytics value propositions on the basis of AI powered analytics engines. So off late, many of my prospects and customers, they've been asking me that what does Qualetics do. So in a nutshell, what Qualetics does is, like a manufacturing organization produces engines, like you have GEs of the world producing aircraft engines, or a Rolls Royce of the world producing aircraft engines. What we produce is analytics engines, which are very, very important for you to understand what is happening with your particular web, mobile, server, or software app, in terms of the software itself, in terms of the product, and in terms of the users of that particular web, mobile, server, or software app. So, what Qualetics does in a nutshell is that we are an on demand data intelligence as a service platform. Now, how Qualetics came through. So, Qualetics is the brainchild of our founder and CEO, Sumant Wakada, and our chief commercial officer and co founder, Mike Fowler. What both Sumant and Mike found was that definitely Qualetics would be one organization to enable technology companies to adopt and scale analytics and AI based solutions. So that was the major objective behind founding the organization. There was an evident market need at that point in time, which still is there, wherein, as per IBM, analytics and AI drive almost 6% to 12% direct and indirect gains. Another reason is that the current landscape still, if we talk about the implementation of AI and analytics, there is a high risk of failure which still persists. And you would be amazed to know that still implementation of AI enabled analytics into organizations is still in the dismal single digits. So it's not even 9%, it's less than 8% in terms of implementing AI successfully and scaling it to a level where it can percolate across the length and breadth of organizations. Of course, there are a lot of challenges when you look at AI and analytics per se. The resources are pretty expensive. The infrastructure to set up analytics for any particular organization at scale does not come at a low cost. It's pretty expensive. There is a definite lack of skill set who is probably an all-rounder kind of a skill set. So you have certain resources with certain skill sets per se, but you don't have one resource which primarily percolates all the different parameters which analytics involves. Of course, we spoke about the high cost of failure. So these are the basically challenges in the landscape. Now, how does Qualetics differ? Well, we have a clear separation of concern. So while most of the analytics organizations are concerned with modeling, so everybody is kind of coming up with newer algorithms, newer models, but that's just one part of analytics. Where we excel is that we have a clear separation between modeling of the algorithms and the AI operations part. It is very important to implement that particular model or implement that particular algorithm or AI enabled features to give you the power to use your data to your advantage. That is where we excel. We are optimized for scale. So mostly what happens is when organizations move into an AI or analytics or ML powered analytics project, they do a POC or a proof of concept. But what usually happens is when the proof of concept is to be scaled at a larger level, there, a lot of inefficiencies and ineffectiveness kind of creeps in. As a result, optimization to scale is not that easy. We know that that is a problem, and that is the problem we can solve pretty easily. In terms of speed of implementation, if you look at analytics projects with other tools, there is a certain gestation period and lead time which is definitely present in terms of implementing AI and analytics at scale. With us, and I'm not exaggerating, with us, once you integrate into our platform, you will start getting insights in less than 60 minutes. Plus, we also offer something called purpose built insights or customized insights, which is available on the platform, which is very, very meaningful to you because you have a particular industry, you have a particular sector, you are one of the players in that particular industry or sector. Of course, you want to get your particular set of questions answered. You don't want a general question to be answered, rather you want specific questions which is specific to your use case to be answered, and that is where we excel. In terms of the cost of implementation, we are very, very competitively priced in the market, which again enables us to offer a large bouquet of services at a very, very aggressive price point, if I may say that. Now, what is the purpose? Why is Qualetics there? As I mentioned before as well, you need analytics for your SaaS and you need a partner like us, that is Qualetics. Why? Because we will help you understand your particular software, your particular customer, and your particular product. Now, that is very, very important. Swapnil mentioned at the beginning of this webinar that most of the software which is available in the market encounters bugs. Now, that is something which is part and parcel of any software product. But what we offer is proactive enablement for you as a web mobile server or software app owner to understand from where those bugs are emanating, and you can actually nip them there. So there is an adage, nip in the bud. So you can be proactive enough with our actionable insights and improve your experience before that experience kind of turns into a dissonance for your internal or external customer or target audiences. Second thing is knowing your customers. You need to know your customer really well. Now, there are ways to look at how your customer is engaging with your web mobile server or software app. So when we look at, how a particular customer is engaging with your mobile server or software app is in terms of the flow, how your customer flows right from the time they log in into your ecosystem or environment to the time they exit that. That's one. What is the duration that they spend? What is the frequency? How many times do they come to your app? And there may be points in your app where you will have opportunities to cross sell, deep sell, upsell. Now, are the customers able to reach those points? Is it accessible enough? So all these points are pretty important from you as for you from a customer standpoint. What we also excel in is that we study something called customer to product engagement, and that is the reason we are able to deliver insights to you where you are able to know your customer. Last but not the least, you will know your product in and out. So how your product is behaving in terms of performance, in terms of stability, in terms of its power to retain your customer into your ecosystem. When I say the power, how the features of your app, how the accessibility of your app is able to you know stick the customer to your product, and that is where we study something called product to customer engagement. So that is where we firmly believe that you need analytics for your particular SaaS. And that is where we can help you because we give you a 360-degree view of your software, your customer, and your product through your data. So what are we? You will be thinking, okay, so what is Qualetics? Well, we keep all our customers in the center as a pivot. And whether it's product management, customer success, IT, or software development, all these teams or all these departments work as the gravitational pivots around the customer. So customer is the center of attraction. We always think about what and how a customer would be thinking, and then we go ahead and we've created the platform in such a way which not only will help your product management team to look at products both from a strategic and a tactical standpoint, help your customer success team from a tactical standpoint, help your IT team, and help your software development team. It is very important. And our particular solution is applicable to all the different phases of an SDLC or a software development lifecycle per se. So primarily, you have a development environment, you have a stage environment, and then you have a production environment. In all these three environments, we will be able to go ahead and help your software development team. That's just one example or use case that I'm talking about. In terms of a customer success team, okay, let me give you an example. I am a user for, let's say, your web app. So I go into your ecosystem and let's say I'm trying to book a ticket for myself. So I'm able to log in into your ecosystem pretty well. I'm able to search pretty well. I'm able to zero in on where I want to travel. And finally, I want to go ahead and book the ticket. The moment I click on book, there is some snap which happens and I'm logged out of your ecosystem. Usually what happens is when this happens, either I'm going to send out an email or I'm going to go again to your website and take the help of a chatbot or maybe call a toll free number. Now, in all of these cases, most of the times, if I may say, I have to kind of repeat the entire sequence of events and interactions when I was trying to do, let's say, book a ticket on your particular web app, what all happened, and where in the entire ecosystem I was logged out. Now, at certain point in time, I may be an irate customer. It will be so if I want to travel tomorrow, I'm not able to book a ticket. 9 times out of 10, I'll be more anxious. I'll be more irritated, and at that point in time, I may not be in a mental frame of mind to repeat the entire sequence of events, and that's where customer success through Qualetics comes into the picture. So we capture the clicks, we track the entire user flow when a particular user is into your web, mobile, or app ecosystem. And your customer success team can proactively reach out to the customer and then say, okay, you were trying to book a ticket. This is what you were trying to do. And that is when, at the time when you were trying to click book, you were exited out of the system due to a snap. No worries. We are sorry for the experience. As a gesture, we are offering you 5% discount over and above the price of what you were getting. And we booked the ticket for you. Please confirm so that we can send it across to you. Now, that is the level of customer success that we are talking about through Qualetics. So this is where, we kind of make or differentiate ourselves from other analytics offerings in the market.
So
Now,
before we move to the next slide, let me just quickly, summarize some of the major use cases that wherein we can use the Qualetics software, right? For example, we were just talking about the customer success teams, right? So they can use Qualetics software to be the internal voice of the customer in matters of usability and experience, frontline issues reporting and resolution tracking on behalf of the customer without any delay in real time and having all necessary information to provide uh, to the product teams so that they can improve the product usability. They will improve in all the aspects whatever feedback that customer success team has given to them, right? In case of software product or project managers, they can use Qualetics to ensure successful deployment of product cycles or product releases, maintenance, with a low defect rate and high quality software quality. This will allow them to provide software that provides the best experience to its users. So we are increasing, we are leveling up the UX of your platform, whether it is a website, apps, or any software or the SaaS that you are developing, right? In case of business owners and stakeholders, they can use Qualitics platform to monitor, analyze, and understand product adoption, user retention, and user engagement. Allows them to focus on areas of improvement to drive revenue, profitability, and the business growth or the revenue growth or the sales growth, I can say. In terms of customer administrator or the software products, can use Qualitics platform to ensure internal users have a problem-free experience with the software. Like he has given one example wherein user were trying to book a ticket. He tried 9 times. Okay, he got frustrated, right? So you can identify those issues, right? Which enables your customers to have a problem-free experience while browsing your software, your app, or your website. So that are the major use cases that I would like to share with you. Over to you, Sahil.
Thank you, Swapnil. One thing which I want to really emphasize over here, like you said, so we are a platform which offers you both low code AI and no code AI. When I say low code AI, once you are going to be integrating, everything we have available. So there is a particular documentation site that we've specifically prepared for our customers, engineering and development teams. All they need to do is go to that website, pick up that snippet of code, put it in your code, and you're done. That's as simple as that. In terms of our no code AI, we've come up with an offering for specifically for WordPress website owners and WordPress website users. You need to just include one single plugin into your website, and you will get all analytics about your web traffic. Who is your web visitor? Where is it coming from? And a host of other insights and analytics you will get. So, in terms of our no code AI, the plugin takes not more than 2 minutes to 3 minutes to go ahead and plug it in into your WordPress website. In terms of the low code AI, what we say is that you can go from a no analytics environment to to setting up the foundation for an AI empowered and AI powered analytics environment for your particular piece of business, whether it's a web mobile server or a software app, whatever use case that you have, within a matter of minutes. Plus, another important differentiation that we have is that we are industry agnostic. So we don't say that we want to specialize in one particular industry or in X or Y or Z industry. We are industry agnostic. As long as you have data, as long as you have a web mobile server or a software app, we have the tools to give you actionable insights from your own data, which totally belongs to you, so that you can empower your business growth. So that's what I just wanted to kind of put that across to our listeners and to our viewers.
Awesome,
So
awesome.
yeah. So when we look at the 360-degree view for analytics from Qualitics, we offer anything and everything which is related to analytics, whether we are talking about the software quality, whether we are talking about the performance analytics, whether we are talking about the business analytics, product analytics, how your product is behaving in terms of performance, stability, engagement, and so on and so forth, API analytics, embedded analytics, and to the level of predictive and prescriptive insights. Now, just to bring this perspective, there is no tool which is available in the market today which gives you this holistic 360-degree view of analytics for its need. Most of the time, what ends up happening is that as an organization, as an app owner, as a web app owner or a mobile app owner, the owners have to coordinate with multiple stakeholders across specific needs of analytics which they solve. which not only increases the cost in terms of subscription, in terms of licensing fee, but also increases the cost in terms of the time that your particular team would have to spend with those different, external stakeholders to get the analytics that you're looking for. What we offer, like I mentioned before as well, we offer analytics for every phase in an SDLC or a software development lifecycle, whether it's the build or the development stage, the launch, wherein you're doing the user acceptance testing, or you're looking for the minimum viable product, or in the growth phase, or in the expansion phase. So we offer, we can actually help you track data such as comments or searches, which is a part of a search analytics feature. We track customer sentiment through NLP. That is something that we offer. So anything and everything related to an SDLC and analytics in an SD, every phase in an SDLC, we will be able to give you the insights around that, which you can use for your advantage. Now, the major difference that we offer is that we are a single window platform, right? We are built for your particular business, and we are a low code AI platform. So, what we offer as a single window platform is the complete customer data management. We offer you software quality analytics, performance product API. We can also track data from IoT sensors. So
Oh,
the data which is actually captured by the IoT sensors, we can track that data, we can analyze and crunch that data, and we can give you actionable insights around that as well. Plus, we have AI pre-built into our value proposition and solution. Whereas if we look at other tools in the market, like I mentioned before, you have to have multiple tools which carry multiple licensing costs, multiple points of coordination with limited features. Now, why I say limited features is because every tool provides not more than one feature, and in terms of what that tool is offering. There is of course a high learning curve, and it costs way too much, and it's time intensive as well. So, other tools, they may not offer customer data management or performance or web analytics or visualization tools or product analytics in one single window experience. That is where Qualetics, differentiates from other, value propositions available in the market. Now, let me give you a brief idea of what's happening with us right now. So, these are certain product updates that we've come up with. We've come up with something called personalized views, wherein we give you the experience of custom dashboards and favorite dashboards. So custom dashboards enable you to have, from our bouquet of visualizations, certain visualizations which you want to go ahead and look at every time when you enter the ecosystem, right? That is possible with us. In terms of the favorite dashboards, you may want one particular insight which really captures or captivates your thought process when you look at that particular visualization in order to understand what's happening with your business. Then we have certain shortcuts which are available. So, we are a multi client, multi tenant platform. So, we can offer you an experience where you can enlist multiple clients and multiple applications of those multiple clients in a single window experience. Now, that is again something which is not possible with other analytics tools. Plus, we offer you the capability of dynamic landing pages, wherein you can go ahead and set certain views, certain insights as favorites. Plus, we give you the offer to have subscriptions. You can subscribe into the platform. You can get alerted when certain conditions are met. So, for instance, if you want to see that at what times my traffic peaks for one particular browser on a given day, on a given date, or for a given month, you can very well do that. And as soon as that particular condition is met, the system is intelligent enough to alert you, to give you the alert. You don't have to log into the ecosystem every now and then to look for a particular condition to be met. Plus, we've also gone ahead and had some new insights on account utilization, how your particular customers are utilizing your particular environment. And we have certain statistics which will enable you to increase your user engagement so that you can unlock opportunities to deep sell, cross sell, and upsell. Plus, we have improved the performance of our solution. It has become more nimble. Plus, we have some more new insights coming soon. Now, given this backdrop, we have another webinar coming up on Friday, and then we will actually take you through the entire platform where you can have a visual look and feel of what the platform is. Today, my prerogative is to give you a brief feeler into what Qualetics is and how can it enable you, irrespective whether you have a web mobile server or a software app. In terms of the pricing, we already have the pricing which is available for the PitchGround uh, audience. And what we basically have is, so we have three different plans: starter, growth, and enterprise. So in our starter plan, it can track up to 3,000 events per day, and more the number of events as the plan kind of moves into even more depth. So from having just three client instances, you can have unlimited customer instances and unlimited applications which you can track the activity for. Yeah, and this is pretty much it about Qualetics, and I would love to have questions and want to answer those questions. Any queries or any questions which you may be having at this point in time, I'm happy to answer those.
All right, all right. So, guys, if you have any questions related to the Qualetics data machine platform, or else if you have any doubts on the pricing and what we are offering on a lifetime deal, so please feel free to comment your question and the queries. For we would love to answer all the questions and the queries that you have. If you're watching us in a replay mode, if you're not watching us live, then you can tag me or Sahil on your queries, and we would love to answer whatever questions or the doubts that you have. And guys, this is a Qualitics platform. Do check it out, the lifetime deal that we're offering from pitchground.com. And guys, most companies tend to lose a lot of customers because they can't keep up with the ever changing needs of their clients, and you're simply missing out on a massive data driven tool that can easily uplift your revenue by up to 15% with the help of analytics and AI. So guys, claim your lifetime deal license for this enterprise grade software today from pitchground.com. Just head over to pitchground.com/product/politics, and that's it from my end. Do you want to add anything before we wrap up, Sahil?
Yeah, one last point that I wanted to make, Swapnil. You had a very, very relevant point here. You know, 80% of the data which is collected by the organizations goes unanalyzed. Now, let us look at it from a perspective standpoint of revenues and profitability. For every percent of data which goes unutilized, if you are losing $10 per percent, now you have the numbers in terms of the volume of data that we have. So I basically always look at the data which goes unanalyzed, is that you're leaving money on the table, cash on the table. So any
Right.
organization which is not analyzing its own data and can make up to $1 incremental profit for every piece of data or content of data which can be utilized, you're giving away 80 cents and you're just taking 20 cents away from it. So that is something, from an economic standpoint, from a standpoint of profitability, from a standpoint of business growth, it is extremely vital to go ahead and look at your data in depth. That is your asset. Treat it as one.
Right. So data is the asset, like Sahil said. If you're not analyzing your data, if you're not understanding what's the traffic is, how the customer or the visitor is interacting with your platform, with your app or website, you're not able to track their funnel journey. For example, they visited one page and they end up visiting another page or the product page, so you're not tracking that data, means you're losing out on important churn of your profit, right? The 80% profit lies into it. If you're not tracking, you're losing out on those money, right? So it's important whether you use any platform, analytics platform. I'm not just teaching the Qualetics, but it's important to analyze your data. Data is equal to money. If you're not analyzing it properly, you are simply losing out on that money, right? And if you want to have the insightful information on and above, over and above, if you're using Google Analytics, which is widely used by most of the people, right? So if you want to have over and above data of what Google Analytics is tracking, then you should check it out, the Qualities platform, because it gives you what Google Analytics is not tracking. That's the With that note, let me wrap up this today's session. Thank you so much, Sahil, for taking your precious time out and sharing what Qualetics is and how Qualetics is capable enough to understand and give the data which is happening behind the curtain. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We'll be seeing you in the next event, that is the webinar, which is going to happen uh, on this Friday on 30th. So do not forget to join in. Do not forget to register for this webinar, because we are going to share some important information and the updates what Qualetics team has rolled out since the launch. So till the time, take care, be happy, and keep improving 1% every day and start tracking your customers' data. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sahil. Have a
Thank you,
good day.
Swapnil. Thank you.